How's it going, everyone? It is Friday the 11th of January and I'm here in Athens, Greece. This is my last day in Greece, so tomorrow I fly to Bangkok. So my last day in Europe. It's been a good trip. This is been a good trip, my first time in Europe. I really enjoyed Greece. Spent about a week here in Athens, kind of traveling around, doing a lot of walks near the Acropolis here. This is where I'm not too far from a viewpoint of the Acropolis and the Parthenon. So yeah, that's Athens behind me. You can kind of see the Aegean behind me too. So yeah, I've invested in a notepad so I can do these, because I feel like I'm just rambling when I do these and I'm not really providing anything solid. So I have some notes to make these a little better. And I just figure with doing these over time, I'm gonna get better at doing them. So, I mean, really, there's only 10 people watching these, so whatever. Yeah, did you notice I got a Greek haircut? There was a bit of a language barrier when I was telling him. He definitely went a little shorter than I would have liked, but you know, whatever. It'll grow back, it's just hair. It'll save me money on having to get another haircut in Asia, so that's the way I'm looking at it. The weather here in Athens has varied a lot. Today is a perfect day. It's beautiful, beautiful day in January here. But when I got here, it was really cold, and I even saw it snow here. So I have some pictures and some video of snow in Athens, Greece, which is, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a little warmer just because I think it's further south from Rome. And when I got here, it was really cold. But today is a beautiful day. It's really nice. So if you come to Greece this time of year, definitely be prepared for all kinds of weather is my recommendation. I stayed in the same hostel all week. It's a really nice hostel, very centrally located. I mean, within 10 minutes I can get to viewpoints like this, and that's kind of what I've been doing a lot here. It's just been hanging out at these hills. They're so beautiful. They're so cool to just hang out a lot. And there's a lot of city parks. I don't know if you can see them. I'm doing a time lapse here with my old GoPro, but there's a lot of city parks with little cool walking trails and things. So I've been exploring a lot of those here, and yeah, definitely Greece is a lot cheaper than Italy. I think, well, not a lot cheaper, but it's noticeably cheaper than Italy. So, and there's also a lot of, at the tourist sites, there's a lot of people asking for money, or just, it's a little different here. You know, I think in one of the other videos I made, I talked about the guy, you know, trying to force a bracelet onto me, but here it's a little different. People just come up and just start talking to you, and you kind of, you know, if you're in a touristy area, you know, this guy doesn't really want to get to know you. He's when's he gonna ask me for money, or try to ask me to come to his restaurant or something. But yeah, I feel like I can spot those. Basically, if you're in a really touristy area and some guy just comes up to you and starts talking to you and, hey, where are you from? You know, kind of thing. He kind of has a hidden agenda there. So just definitely, if you've traveled a lot, you've probably experienced something like that. But it's just kind of awkward, you know. You kind of have to be a douche to them. No, man, look, I'm not going into a restaurant right now. And just be firm and just walk away. Try not to make eye contact. You can kind of see them. You know, I've visited this area a lot, so I feel like I see a lot of the same people doing that. And I think now they're starting to recognize me. Oh, we're not getting any money out of this guy. Yeah, definitely good to be over the sickness that I had. Man, it kind of stuck with me, and then it would kind of flare up a few days later, but I think I'm finally over it. So now that I'm leaving Europe, I'm finally not sick. But I mean, it only lasted maybe a little over a week. But yeah, definitely 100% now, and hopefully I don't get a new illness when I go to Asia. I think what's helping too is I'm just trying to eat really healthy here. So I've been eating a lot of Greek salads and vegetables and fresh fruits, fresh veggies, you know, all the good stuff. Yeah, what else have I done here? Yeah, I've done a lot of walking in the city. I have this app on my phone that notifies how much I've walked, and I've been easily putting 10+ mile days, you know, over 10 miles a day, walking in and around this place. But Yeah, it's beautiful. I walked all the way to the coast the other day and checked out this beach. I didn't go swimming, it was just a little too cold, but I did go to like this marina where they had all these fat yachts parked. I should have taken some pictures, but I don't think I did take any pictures or video there, but I'm not sure if it's like a tax haven or people just park them here so they don't have to winterize them, but I would assume in the summer here there's a big business for people chartering like cruises around this area. I would love to come back here in the summer too and do some exploring of the islands south of Greece, and love to go to Crete, you know, Mykonos, Meteor. There's so many places I wanna definitely kind of skipping through Europe. I've like seen so many places, and I wanna come back and go to all these other places. That's the thing with travel, is like you find a place that you want to go, and then you want to come back and go explore it even more. There's too many places. I'm kind of glad that I took a week here in Athens. Some people might say that's a little too long. You can definitely speed through Athens a lot quicker, but it's been good for me because I've been planning a lot of my travels in Southeast Asia, you know, buying onward travel tickets and kind of planning what I'm gonna do when I get to Asia, and yeah, looking up all the visa requirements and things for certain countries. So it's kind of good to be set in a location like that. All right, so I just had to like move because the spot where I was doing this video, a bunch of people like just descended upon me, but whatever. Hate to be that weird guy talking to his phone in the middle of nowhere, but that's, I guess, what vlogging is. It's a very weird thing just by its nature. You're just talking to the camera and then you're putting it out for a bunch of people to see, even though, like I said, you know, only like 10 people are actually gonna watch this, so it doesn't really matter. So let's see, what was I talking about? I was talking about things that I've done in Athens. So the last couple nights I went out to a local pub. I tried ouzo. That's the Greek like liquor that they drink, similar to like Everclear as far as like alcohol by volume percentage. So it's a very strong drink. Definitely drink it slow. I just had one, called it a night. They usually serve it with like a shot or two in a glass, and then they put 2 ice cubes in it, and it kind of tastes like licorice or something. That I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I would definitely drink it again. Definitely one of those drinks you need to drink slow though. Definitely don't shoot it unless you're trying to have one of them nights that you don't remember, but whatever. Also had a Mythos. I think that's a local beer. I mean, there's probably other local Greek beers that I'm not drinking, but I remember Mythos. It's on tap at a lot of the pubs near where I'm staying. But yeah, I remember it has a unicorn on it, so it's a cool logo on it. I like looking at beer logos. They're like all creatively competing with one another. So I found that it was really easy to get by with English here in Greece. Definitely helps to memorize a few phrases, and that's true for everywhere that you go. But what I've been saying here is "Den Catalavena," just means I don't know what you're saying. So if somebody comes up to you and starts speaking Greek, that's what I've been saying. And then I say "Milate Anglika," which means "Do you speak English?" And it's kind of confusing. Yes and no are kind of a confusing translation for English speakers. So "ne" means yes, and "ohi" means no. So it's like, you know, they'll ask you, "Do you want a bag?" in Greek at like the grocery store, and you say "ne." You really mean yes. So it's kind of confusing, but most people speak English, and or they'll at least speak enough to where you can get by. So yeah, definitely really enjoy Greece. Hopefully I can come back when it's warmer and do some more exploring in this country, and hopefully, yeah, as always, want to explore this place with hiking and camping. That's mostly what I'm really into, and also scuba diving. Would love to come back here for the diving. Being on the coast yesterday was made me really miss like not being able to get in the ocean just because it was so cold. But so yeah, hopefully I get to come back to Greece someday and do some backpacking, some scuba diving, a lot more exploring I would love to do in this country. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Efkaristo.